How's it going, guys? Gabe here with RC Cincy, and unfortunately I wanted to bring you guys a more of a test review video, but unfortunately it was extremely windy yesterday and today it's raining, so I have to stick to another unboxing until I get a little bit better weather, and I'll do the review on the WL Toys I think it's the V686G, which is the FPV 5.8 GHz version. So I'll have that and the MJX 600, and I'll also actually have one for this one as well. Now this one will just be an unboxing. This is the Holy Stone U818A HD. Now this is the upgrade version, which has a few features that's been upgraded on it. I got this off of Amazon. Well, actually this was ordered for me off of Amazon. It was a Christmas gift. Actually, this is the first drone I've ever gotten. So it got me into drones, and I love it. This is a really good beginner-friendly drone. It can take, the way it's designed, it can take a good beating and still fly well. It's really not that hard to fly. You do have to practice, you have to learn different things about it, but I'll get into that a little bit later. So let's just go ahead and unbox this. So it comes actually in a decent box. You can use this to keep the drone in it when you go from place to place, from your house to the airfield. It's nice to package it all in here. Get a little protective cover. You get the drone. Set that right here. 2.4 GHz controller. A bag with some stuff in it. And I set this over here. You get a piece of paper. Now let's start out with the instructions. They're actually decent. They unfold into this really big paper, and it's got details showing you the requirements for how many batteries you'll need. It points out some of the features. It does show you the controls, which it does, how to use it. Has a parts list at the bottom. It has a codes to look up stuff for it. It's actually really detailed. It looks good. This is one of the better instructions I've seen. It's not as bad as broken English as the other ones I've seen, so Holy Stone does a good job of for your instructions. Everything is labeled, so that's nice. I flew quite a few different drones, so I had to look at this a second. Might leave this out. Make sure I give you guys the proper controls. And then you also get a small card, and it just says basically like us on Facebook and you'll get free parts. I haven't tried that yet. And then you also get it now, share an awesome flight experience, this Amazon product review, contact them and upload and show them proof that you uploaded a review, and they'll send you a free battery, which is, I guess, kind of cool if you're going to do a review anyways. You might as well just post it up there. And then in this bag you get, let's see here, 4 props. Now what's nice is, well, I consider this more beginner friendly, is the front props are white and the back ones are black. Now you still have to put the proper prop on the proper motor, because some of them turn counterclockwise and some of them turn clockwise. So pay attention. These ones, yep, they do have like they have a B and an A. So there's an A2 and B2. So I take it the A2 and B2. So that basically tells you, what side it goes on, the A and the B, obviously. So I'm sure it'll have that in instructions as well. So you get 4 props. Then you get a small screwdriver to access the back of the battery panel for the controller. Anything else you want to take apart or have to repair. Blades, anything like that, this would be useful. I'd recommend getting a little toolkit. a hobby grade toolkit like I got previously. I showed you guys in the videos. This works okay if you needed to take something off at the time. You do get a small card reader. Now, this does work for like PCs, anything you can plug in USB. If your PC doesn't have a card reader, your laptop doesn't have a card reader, it's nice. Some TVs you can plug this in. It has capability of having USB. It'll, you can actually show the video, you can view it, check it out, which is nice. So that's pretty cool. You get that included. And then you get a small bag which has screws in it, which is nice in case you lose a screw like a prop, or a screw falls out, or you never know when you play something you might need it. And then you also get a bag of really small gears. These are the motor gears. Now these are nice to have because I actually had to replace one. When I first started flying, it was a little wet outside, and I was flying by a baseball field, and it was really windy. I didn't realize that how wind affects this. I was new to flying, and it actually landed in some wet, like sand, I guess, from the baseball field / dirt, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's like maybe lake sand, or I forget what it's called, but it got some sand between the two gears, so it actually kind of didn't ruin it. Kind of like made the ends, it kind of smushed it a little bit. I guess it messed it up to where it'd make a noise and it didn't feel as smooth. So I ended up having to replace this gear, and once I replaced that and cleaned the other big one, it worked fine. I tried cleaning the smaller one, I couldn't quite get it right, so I went ahead and replaced it, and that was nice to have. So I give them credit for that. It did come in, it was useful, so it did come in use. It wasn't bad at all to replace. It took me, I don't know, a few minutes to do it. And then the actual charger I really like. Now this is USB, so you'd use a wall charger adapter, or a computer, PC, or anything like that would work. Now what's cool about this is, not only does it have lights that indicates when it's done charging, so you have your red when it's charging and not done, obviously, and then it switches to green, it's done. Now the cool part about this is it comes with 2 batteries. Now I accidentally left one of the batteries in the extra bag I bought for this one, which I recommend you guys doing. Maybe I get some information on these batteries I ordered 680 milliamp batteries that did work, but that's a later video. It comes with 2 500 milliamp batteries. Now these are 3.7 volt single cell batteries, and they work really well. Now the cool part about this charger, as I was trying to say, sorry I didn't have it placed in the right place, is it will charge both of these batteries at the same time. So that's really, really neat. You can have both of these batteries going, so that way they'll both be ready, and then you can go flying. And then the last little screw in here is the screw to the controller. I'm constantly moving batteries around in different drones, using them because I have rechargeable batteries, so I always take them out, charge them, use them for a different one, vice versa. So I personally take off the screws. If it's got a little latch like this does, I go ahead and leave the screw out. You can put the screw back in if you feel like that's going to come out, but it usually holds pretty well. So 2 batteries, really cool. Usually one comes in a quadcopter, the other one's in a bag, so 2 batteries. And then the actual controller is pretty decent. I like it, honestly. It does take 4 AA's, so that's nice. I do like AA's. I have rechargeable AA's, quite a few of them, so this way I don't burn through so many batteries. The controls are fairly simple. We use it for reference. I'm bringing it close so you can see everything. Your top right bumper is headless mode. Your top left bumper right here is flips, and then those are the only ones I really had a reference because I have so many drones, and the rest of these are labeled. The bottom ones are labeled, so you simply have your, it looks like a small camera, that's a picture, then you have your camcorder, that's video record, you have your function which controls, I couldn't quite remember, I have so many of them. Your function controls looks like return home mode, and so that's pretty cool. You have return home on this, you have headless mode on this, And then the speed is for low and high. It has 2 settings on it. So if you have a light breeze, you can fly it. The second, you probably have to use the second setting on it. So that's nice. The ones that aren't labeled, it was pretty easy to refer back to this and get an understanding of it. This is non-altitude hold. So you'll see the throttle stick does not return back to center. So that's your throttle control. You do have a really nice LCD screen on this. Go ahead and turn it on and show you guys the LCD screen. Make sure it focuses on it. There we go. LCD screen. Now, it does have a percent of throttle. And once it's bound, it'll actually show you the percent of throttle. It'll show you which way you trim things. It'll show you the mode you're in. It lights up at the light for headless mode. It'll show you your battery power. So that's pretty neat. It's actually a decent controller. I like it personally. That's the way I like the setup. Well, the controllers are really simple to use. And then getting into the quadcopter, it isn't bad. Now this one has a little bit of dirt and dust on the surface. It's not going to hurt it. Where I previously learned to fly and I've wrecked it a few times. It was kind of windy. I should have known better. But of course I was a new pilot. So let's go ahead and slide the battery and I can show you the lights and a little bit more about this quadcopter. Let's plug this in. Now they will be flashing. No, they're not flashing apparently. But they typically flash when it's looking to be bound. So your lights in the front are blue. Your lights in the back are red. And I do believe when you're recording, this flashes to indicate it. The green light's telling you that the camera is ready to go. It does have a white headlight. I think it flashes for headless mode, letting you know that you're in headless mode. These guards work really, really well. They're flexible, they're designed to give. I've wrecked this many a times, and it was able to handle it and not do really that much damage to it. What I've noticed with this quadcopter is these posts right here can bend on you. So be careful, make sure you always check to make sure that they are straight, that they're not bent. Always check your blades, just basic, pre-flight tests. Now, what I've noticed is these horns right here are pretty good to use for orientation. These are only on the front, besides the lights, obviously. If you don't see the lights, or for some reason you don't look for the lights, these little horns will give you a better indication which way you're facing. You can see that. And then obviously the white blades, which will be a little bit harder to see when they spin, and then your light orientation. The good thing about this camera is it's 720p, which is really good. This is one of the upgrades on this, was the camera. So it went to a 2 megapixel 7.20 720p camera, so that's really nice. Now the camera itself is capable of angling up and down. Let me get up on it. There you go. Up, you go down. So it has a pretty good little range here. I'll try to do it slow. Oh, sorry, I might have went too far and it's got a little stuff. There we go. So you can angle it up, you can angle it down. You can get the right angle depending how much of a pitch you have in your flight. So, you can change that, which is nice. The 500 milliamp batteries aren't bad. There's just so many. I give you an estimate, but honestly, it's how you fly. It can be variance of wind, how well you take care of your batteries, how well you charge them. But typically, I'd say 4 being on a windy day, full throttle the whole time, up to maybe 6-7 minutes tops. So really, somewhere in that range is typically what you get for the 500 milliamp batteries. Now, I'm not really going to do a separate video for these batteries. I might as well go ahead and show them to you guys. I ordered these off of Amazon. They were only, I think it was only like 18 or 17 bucks or something, depending. They have so many different ones and so many different sales. They come with a charger, your basic wall charger. I just wanted to show you these just as a really useful thing to have. I mean, you go out there flying and you only get, you know, maybe 5 minutes on one battery and 4 on the other. You really don't have that much time. Then you gotta wait close to 40 minutes, 30 minutes for it to charge. So, you know, the more time you can spend in the air, the better off you're gonna be learning to fly. So I just honestly recommend getting one of these. It doesn't have to be this brand. There's nothing special about this. They are slightly thicker, not much. What I mean slightly, I mean maybe a couple millimeters. I mean its length is exactly about the same, maybe 2 to 3 millimeters, maybe less. I mean, it's just not that big of a difference, honestly. These are 680 milliamp 3.7 volt batteries. You get 5 batteries, which comes in this neat little, comes with this bag. You get the adapters because most of these chargers doesn't have the right adapter, so these have to use the adapter to plug in. Now the cool part about these adapters, if you had another drone that uses this kind of adapter, you could actually use these batteries for it because you have the adapter for them. So that's a cool thing. I think I have a SEMA that I'll do a review on later that actually I can use this batteries for them. They're a little long, you got to figure out a way to put them in there, but if you could fit them using this adapter, you can use them. So that's the neat part about that. You just simply plug in, I'm not going to get too much in detail, you just simply plug these in, plug the batteries up, all 5 lights light up. As soon as the lights go out, you're good to go. So I found that having these batteries, you do get a little bit longer flight time. The 500s, like I said, give you 4 to 6 minutes, maybe 7 if you're lucky. And these 680s actually give you, I'd say, maybe a couple more minutes, sometimes 3 more minutes. So what's really going to make the difference is having 5 extra batteries plus 2, so that's 7. So you can actually spend enough time out there to really practice and help with your flying. So that was more of a tip. Get more batteries for these. This is a really good beginner drone. I'll have a flight video coming soon for it. But this is actually what you get in the box, only 2 batteries. I just wanted to show you that it was a great way to further your flight time. Now, all in all, Holy Stone makes good products. I've seen lots of reviews on their products. I hope to get some other different kinds of drones to try out for you guys. I have quite a few I still have to do reviews on and flights, so there's plenty more content coming. I actually ordered another smaller drone for indoors due to all this bad weather. It's getting hard for me to get out there and do videos. I actually got another, I want a construction vehicle. It's an excavator. I'm going to give too many more details besides that. That should be coming soon. I'm going to try to shoot for some planes and boats coming up, but I just want to wait for the weather to break a little bit to be a little nicer out. It's just been so windy and rainy that I couldn't do anything anyway. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this drone. Everything you get. I'll try the headless mode and all the features, return home and all that when we actually do the flight test, which should be coming up. I just want to show you this. Now this is, it varies price depending on when you buy it and what sales they have. This was a Christmas gift, so I had to go off a reference now. I don't know what they paid for at the time, but for now I've seen this for as $69 on Amazon. 2-day shipping, which is really great. They come right to your door, so that's nice. So that's pretty much it, what you get in the contents of the box. Please like and subscribe. I continue bringing you content. I want to thank you for watching, and share these videos. Let's get some more likes on it. Let's get some more subscriptions. If we can hit some decent goals, I would love to do some giveaways. I'm trying to get the shirts and the hats and everything done and the stickers done. Still kind of working on the design for that, and I'm getting with someone to learn to do some editing so I can make these videos better for you guys. So everything will improve, more content, everything will get better. So hope you guys have a little patience with me, but I do want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.